Hi there, my name is DJ and this is my story. So I grew up in church. I was not saved until I was 15 years old. When I was in my early teens, just being a kid, a teenager, I did grow up in a semi-Christian household. My mom and my grandfather were raised Catholic. However, they didn't feel that the Catholic Church was for them, and they had been pursuing on their own to find a church that they had called home on their own. And throughout the years, church bouncing, church shopping with them, me as a kid not knowing what to expect and kind of just going with the flow and living, being a kid, living kid life. We found a bunch of different homes, and we ended up finding one particular church that my grandfather has stuck with. My grandfather originally wasn't saved until later on in his life. Him finding a church that he called home was something that I started seeing at an early age was very valuable. When I was 15 years old, I was part of a youth group with a new youth pastor. His name was Jonathan Benor. He and his team came from the Mastic area. If you know anything about our area from Suffolk, Mastic is kind of a rough area. I actually befriended a lot of his people from Mastic and grew a close relationship with them. And they led me on the right path because I ended up going through a couple depressions, couple dark spots, and even my mom had even said there were some points that I was ghosted from my own friends, and she saw me enter these dark places. The youth group actually helped dramatically. Just seeing the friendship, the community behind it, and knowing, who Jesus was and what Jesus was and all he did and all he was able to do. It awoken within me something that I thought was incredible. And when I was 15 years old, finally, the church I was attending was Genesis Church, and we had a baptism, and me, my mom, and my brother were saved that day. It was an incredible day. We had a full party at our house. And now from that point, I actually had seen God working in my life every single way more than I could ever imagine. So from losing my grandmother before I was saved was part of one of my dark places that I was in, and going through high school and my teen years, seeing and going through, being a teenager, going through life, but now I felt like I almost had an edge. I'm I got Christ with me, and I always was like, oh, this is awesome. And it was really cool. We took a trip with the youth group, and we went and served the DC area, finished building a kitchen and a park, as well as a couple soup kitchens. We were helping out in that area. We were down there for a week, and that helped me dramatically. I started serving in the church's food pantry and the mobile outreach they have. I grew a desire over the years to consistently be there on Saturday afternoons, dropping whatever plans I had, or even as a teenager, okay, I got homework, no, I gotta go feed the homeless. And that was my heart for it. That had always been my heart for it, and kind of still stems to who I am today. If I'm not gonna do it, who will? And that's kind of been my heart since then, since I was young and saved through Christ. Seeing how lives can be changed, and me being one of the impacts was incredible. If it wasn't for Jesus, I don't know where I would be right now. All I could say is I probably wouldn't be in the best spot, considering all I have battled through in my past when I was a kid and an early teenager, battling depression, anxieties. I now am blessed with 3 beautiful children and 1 on the way. To this day, I still see God working his handiwork in my life. So now I run a company called Tech Light Associates, where we are the tech integrators for churches. across Long Island, and honestly, building God's kingdom across anywhere that calls us to. You know, you wouldn't think a cell phone, a camera, a soundboard, a computer, a TV, any of this would be even possible to save people's lives. You know, you're watching this on the computer, online, in the room right now, and you are able to see God's handiwork being blessed through everything here. My name is DJ, and this is my story. Is there going to be a blooper reel?
Hallelujah, amen, amen, amen.